Hello there, I'm Artistic Gamer 7 and I'm back with another Create Sim video. This one I've been really excited about doing because Cats and Dogs has released today and I have went ahead and went to make my cat that I own myself. Her name is Kira. I actually technically own two cats. One was my mother's cat who we still have, but she stays outside and like I said, she was my mother's cat. Now she's sort of my cat after my mother's passed, but Kira is the one that was actually given to me, and I'm like her main owner, and she's also the one that is the indoor cat, so she's the one that I talk about the most, and also is sometimes been seen or heard in some of my videos every once in a while. She is a little cute little calico. Sometimes I end up calling her Kiriko, just for fun, but and this was also my very first attempt at doing anything in the cats and dogs. I hadn't got a chance to even fool with making an animal in cats and dogs or even looking at some of the build objects. None of that stuff did I get to. I immediately went straight into trying to make my cat into the game and fooling with that. So it was sort of a learning process, and there are a few parts that I did cut out where I had the screen paused for a very long time because I was trying to find a certain picture of my cat, or I actually physically went and got my cat to in reference of the pictures, and also I was getting used to how things were. When I was first making it, I was like, why does she look so big and beefy? And I found out it was the fur. And so once I realized it was just the fur that was making her look so big and bulky, because my cat is not very big. She does have like a hang-me-down thing that they call them towards her back legs, but otherwise she is not that big of a cat. She's a pretty small cat. But so once I figured out it was the fur, I was happy. I was like, oh yay, yay, it looks more like her now. So, but I did take time to try to recreate her spots. Eventually you'll see where I just wipe all the markings and stuff off of the cat and turn it completely white. Because even though she is a calico, she is more white than she is anything else. And she's got quite a few spots, but two of her spots in particular I absolutely adore and was the most I had to make sure to get them. On one side of her, she has what looks, sometimes depending on how she's sitting or laying, sometimes alters the shape of what it looks like. But in most circumstances, it actually looks like a heart. And then on the other side, which I find it very fitting for someone who is a gamer, it's animal to have, it's almost looks like a Pac-Man on one side of her. So I definitely really wanted to make sure to get those marks and stuff on her, because those are like two of my favorite things about her, is that she looks like she's got a heart, which I think is really cute and sweet, and then the Pac-Man, which represents me as a gamer, and she's my cat. So I was super, super excited. I do like some of the things like you get to do with the traits and things like that that will represent how they act and things like that. But there's also apparently supposed to be hidden traits, stuff like that. After making this video, I did play with her a little bit, and I also have a little quick room build, not necessarily a build because the room was already there, it's just a redecoration of a room that was existing that I made for her, and was sort of looking at some of the things that you got to get for cats and dogs. Later on today, I'm hoping to actually make my friend's dog, which is a husky, and her name is Kylo, so that I have both a create a cat and a create a dog on the channel. And I'm looking forward to working on a dog as well, but I really had to get my cat. And I was so excited, but I did play around with her a little bit and have sort of started to see how she acts and stuff like that, and how the traits I've picked for her have affected her and things like that. And I do think the traits that I picked for her are very fitting. She randomly will take out into a burst of running and just fooling around everywhere and just going crazy. And she also is very, very skittish. She does not like loud noises. She does not like trash bags. She does thunderstorms, trash bags, vacuum cleaners, uh, little kids when they decide to start screaming. She doesn't mind little kids as long as they're not screaming. And she doesn't mind dogs as long as they're not chasing and barking her. Like, my sister's dog, she's actually perfectly fine with because that dog almost never barks. They've actually even laid next to each other, and it's perfectly fine. But my niece's dog is a little tiny dog who likes to chase and bark very loudly and constantly. She does not like that dog. So, that's how things are for her. But she is, I would say, definitely very skittish. There's a lot of things, and I can scare her very easily. I think she knows a lot of times it's in good fun, but I do sometimes do it on purpose, just to startle her. And then usually right afterwards, like after she realized it was me, she ends up getting in a playful mood and she comes running after me and we play a game of like chase. But so it was really fun getting to fool with the traits and then getting to see how they sort of affected the traits in there. And I really, the part that I'm seeing, because I'm letting the video play as I'm editing to as I'm talking over to make sure I don't forget anything. One of the things that I liked the most was the fact that there was the paint option. That's what made it to where I could get her markings the way I wanted them and everything like that, and I was super, super excited with that, and I had fun with it. And it was pretty easy to use, honestly. In comparison to Sims 3, it's been so long since I've played Sims 3 Pets that I don't fully remember how it was. I do know it was like a layering system, and it wasn't so freeform, and you sort of had to choose from like patterns and things like that that you had that I know of. I don't think there was much of like painting or customization in that sense. But basically it was just, I don't know, it was a lot easier and fun to do, and you know, the fact that you have the undo buttons, it's not like, oh, you make a mistake and you can't go back. It's easy to go back. So when it comes to create a sim, from what I can remember, when it comes to pets and cats and dogs, I sort of like Sims 4's cats and dogs way of making the animals better. But I like the way that what you got to do with the Sims better in Sims 3. I still wish the color wheel was not just attached to pets, or like at least give us like somewhat of an option, because there's some hairstyles or outfits that I'm like, I really like that and I think that suits that sim, but the colors don't suit the sim. But you know, whatever. I still like the Sims 4 create a sim though, because of other reasons. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope everyone's enjoying maybe making their own pets in the game. I am looking forward to sort of seeing pictures of people's pets as time goes on, because I'm sure a lot of people will start posting pictures of their pets and things like that that they have made. And I had so much fun making my cat, and I look forward to making other animals and things like that. I do know when it comes to a lot of the other Sims families, I will be adding pets for them, because I think adding some pets to some of the existing families will make the universe more realistic, like more people having pets and not just people in Brindleton Bay, which I have not actually got to check out the town yet. I'm gonna do that in a later video, but I don't want it to just be there, so I will be slowly adding pets to people's and stuff like that. I may not go as in detail as I did with Kira, and as I am going to go with Kylo, because they're actually based off of real animals. As for some of the other Sims, their cats and dogs probably won't be based off of animals. I do know I want to put an animal in the Eevee series at least. I'm really thinking about doing the fox because it's a fox. And foxes are cute and pretty. But we'll just see how that goes. But as for now, I'm going to stop talking and let the video finish. I don't think there's much left of the video, so there won't be much music playing, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please hit that lovely like button and subscribe to see more of the Sims 4 and get to see Kira's room and how Kira and other pets get along into my game and how things go. If you have any suggestions of maybe animals you want, maybe famous animals that you want me to try to recreate in a Create a Sim, you can leave those down in the comments below and I can maybe try those. And I will have a Create a Sim playlist down in the description, as well as information to my Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, so you can find me on there. And I really hope everyone is enjoying Cats as Dogs as much as I am. I haven't even got to fully experience everything, and I'm so excited and I'm loving it already. I still have to check out Brenton Bay. I still have to actually get more pets involved. I haven't even got to see the dogs side point of view, and I haven't got like a super long time with the cats either at this point, and I haven't seen the vet career. But at the same time, just looking like all the trailers and like some of the YouTubers I've been watching as they've been making their pets or bringing LPs into the mix and things like that just have me so excited. So I can't wait to put out more with cats and dogs. I do know some of my series of The Sims 4 will have a few videos where cats and dogs is not even in play at the time, just because I pre-record a lot of things, so just keep that in mind when you watch future series. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.